Okay, so for the midterm, you're going to model this sword image that I put onto the G drive. You should have that image, put it into your 3D Foundations folder in the Source Images folder, and then we can bring that in as an image plane into Maya. I'm just going to go to the front view here, go to View, right here, and go Image Plane, Import Image. Classic medieval sword, open that up. There it is. Now, here I'm going to rotate this. It's still selected. If it's not selected, like if you deselect it somehow, just click and drag over the corner here. You should get it. And I'm going to rotate it so it's vertical. It'll be slightly off. That's no big deal. It's slightly off. Let's see here. Let's go 45. Exactly 45. And I'll move it off center, just move it back, so I don't want to create everything right over top of it. I'll turn off my grid. And let's start with the blade. The blade is going to be a cube. We'll just make a cube. I'll click on the polycube 1 in the inputs on the right, and I'm going to go to height. Click on the word height, and then middle click and drag, and get it to be taller. Okay, cool. It's too thick this way, so I'm going to change the depth. 0.35 I think will be better. And then we want to check the width. So I'm going to draw an X, right? Come right up here to my panel toolbar. Click on that. And the width is slightly too wide. Let's go 0.8. Okay, cool. I'm going to add an edge across on the X. So width 2. There you go. Go to vertex, right click on vertex. I'll pull this down. Marquee, select over those, pull them up. Make this narrower. There you go. It should also taper this way. Right, thicker at the base. The blade is the hardest part of this whole process, so if you're struggling with this, rest assured the rest will be easier than this. Let's go ahead and take the faces here. I'm just going to marquee select over them. I'm going to go to my quad view so I can see both here and here. I'm going to press R. I'm going to hold shift and scale in. And then I can have that groove in the center. Go to edge, click here. Okay, how do I want to do this? I'm going to cut across here and just cut off these faces down here. No, I'm just going to delete these faces right here. I'll just do it like that. I simply pressed insert. Just press delete instead. Go to vertex. Vertex, there you go. Select these vertices here. I'm going to press W, hold V. I'm going to snap this up to the top there, so these are all together. And then this edge here, move it down. Press 3 to kind of see how this works. Go to vertex. We'll pull that out. Scale these apart. So it matches. I'm trying to get it to match. One. I'm going to insert an edge loop across here. And when I press 3, see it go to object mode. My mouse. See, it kind of fixes some of that issue that we're having there. You can then take this edge, this edge here, and the one in the middle on the back, and press R and scale them in. Now you get that groove down the middle. It's not sharp, this sword. It's not sharp at all. So I'm going to go to Insert Edge Loop Tool, double click it, go to multiple and change this from 2 to 1. Then when I insert my edge loop, it'll be right down the center. Over here we can see, if we go to face, I scale this in, we get somewhat of an edge on there. Gotta get rid of these here. Let's scale it in this way. We'll scale it this way, but then I'll move it up. Okay. Object mode, press 3. Now you see it doesn't round over anymore. It's pretty sharp by comparison. We'll make it even sharper. We'll do something called offset edge loop tool. I'm going to close this. I don't need it. I'm going to go up to mesh tools, and I'm going to come down to offset edge loop. I'm going to click and drag on this edge that makes that this edge right over here. Get to have some space in there. And now it's really sharp. If we press 3, which we already have pressed, it's really sharp. It's too wide, I think. I'm just going to scale it narrower. These blades are pretty thin, right, on these things. My mouse on this computer, I need to get a new one. It doesn't quite work. Just kind of get that lined up correctly there. This is a little bit weird here. I'm not liking that. I don't know why I can't. Less weird now. Take these faces maybe. And we'll scale them a little bit together. It's bulged up a little bit too much, as you can see if we come over to here. It's just a little bit too much. It's okay now. I think it's tapered in good enough. It's pretty sharp. This is pretty sharp in the image here, in the source image. Let's leave that like that. Let's see if we can. We'll extrude these a little bit more. So we'll select all 4 of them again, and we'll scale them. So press R, hold Shift, and drag in a little bit. This mouse, like I was saying. Look at that, now it's nice and sharp. So that looks pretty good. I think we're good. I think we're good. It's a nice and sharp sword. That would definitely hurt if you got poked with it. It's a little bit dull down here. We can make that sharper by pulling this vertex down. But I don't know if it's going to help that much. So, alright, object mode. Object mode. We don't need to be in object mode to save it, but we're going to save it. File. Safety NAS. It should take me right to my folder, and I'll call it styles_dean_midterm. Save as. Okay. Moving on to the next part.